Has there been ever a time where you just felt like you are worthless, that you just have no place? Well, that's what we're going to talk about today on The Voice of Faith. John chapter 15, verse 6. John 15, 6. We've been looking at John 15 for most of this week, and today we're going to look at verse 6. Jesus speaking, he says, if anyone does not abide in me, in other words, live in me, somebody that's not just visiting, but somebody that is living in me, they have a intimate relationship with Jesus. The Bible says, if we do not abide in him, he is cast out as a branch and is withered. And they gather them and throw them into the fire, and they are burned. Now, if you just read that in face value, you would think, man, that's just awfully harsh, that we would just be cast out, and we would wither, and we would be thrown into the fire and then burned. But I want you to look at it from a different perspective. When you don't abide in him, well, you're going to be like a branch that is disconnected, that it dies, it's withered. What do you do with branches like that? It's almost like there's no use for them because they're not bearing fruit in their life. Now, that's not Jesus' purpose for you and I. That's why he's illustrating this. That's why he's communicating this to you and I, so that we abide in him. He doesn't want us cast out. He doesn't want us to be withered and to just be gathered and thrown to the side. He's given us purpose. Every one of us have been created with a purpose. And a purpose is, first of all, a purpose to have a relationship with him, to abide in him, begin to walk with him. And I'm telling you, that's the most exciting life that you could possibly have, because not only will you bear fruit, but the Bible says you'll bear great fruit. You'll bring great fruit out of your lives, and you'll begin to see fruit in your marriage, in your businesses, in your work, in your hobbies, in your fun time, even in the middle of your trials and tribulations and storms and crisis. You can still see fruit come forth out of your life when you're abiding in him. But when you're not, it's like, oh gosh, you're getting away from the one that helps you bring forth fruit. And it's almost like a branch being cast aside. And he doesn't want you cast aside. That's your choice, my choice. If we do not abide with him, and if we do disconnect with him, then he says this is what happens. It's like a branch that's not going to produce fruit. And so I hope that speaks to you. I hope that motivates you, actually, to, hey, this is exciting that we get to abide in him. And he gets to do great things in us and through us and for us in all that we do in life. I love you. God bless you. I hope that speaks to you. And don't forget, if you work the word will work.